All right, it is February 17th, 2023. Just doing another check-in here. Last week I was talking about some ideas about how I'm going to try to prioritize some of my other projects outside of work. And now that I'm doing more social media posting, how am I going to kind of balance that time altogether? And I think no, this week was actually pretty productive. I had a really good meeting about some of the designs we're trying to look at on our project Meal Coach. And I think that through that conversation, it definitely set me up with things that I'm going to be able to do a little bit better on my own time here. A little bit distracted, so the dogs are all bursting into the office right now. So they're jumping up on my lap here. We got Loki, and then Lila's under the desk right now, so they're moving the camera a little bit. But yeah, the idea for me was really just that I think I needed something a little bit more tangible that I could go dedicate some time to on Meal Coach, and it was really productive because I guess we had some ideas that we were socializing, and we hadn't for some next steps, and we hadn't actually, I guess, committed to putting some of those pieces together. So it felt almost like a holding pattern, like no one's fault or anything. And there's probably some other stuff I could just go code, but instead of just like, I don't want to call it wasting time on it, instead of maybe prioritizing the wrong thing, it was like, well, press pause until the right thing comes about. So that's felt pretty good. I think trying to build out some of the server side calls for some of the work that we're doing there. So I'm excited about that. It feels good again to be able to be contributing and feeling like that's making forward progress. Um, Again, not that the work that goes into planning that stuff and all that is not forward progress, but I guess I mean like tangible in the sense that some of that ideation sometimes just doesn't feel like it's tangible forward progress, right? It's probably a pretty common thing I would say with people that write software is that you kind of feel like you're accomplishing things when code is being committed and you see features coming to life. And I don't think that's always the case. That's the only way to measure forward progress, but I can think about conversations I've had even when managing people and they felt like they're in a bit of a rut. And I've had conversations with them saying, "Yeah, but look at all these things that you've been figuring out and documenting and learning, and it's there's always forward progress." So this is a good reminder for me too that I'm not I'm not immune to it. It feels really good to be able to land code and to see features come to life, but some of those other conversations that go into that work are forward progress. So happy about that. Got a long weekend coming up here too, so I'm going to be able to chip away more at that. So pretty excited. Otherwise, yeah, the social media stuff and the content creation has been, I think this week has been a little bit eye-opening because some of the things that I've been leaning on to kind of make that feel a little bit lighter weight haven't really been there. And so no one's fault. I have Jamal helping me on the media side, but I've been doing, I guess this week in particular, I had a bunch of like shorts that I was kind of filming myself and putting out. And those are usually really lightweight to do. If I just take a video on my phone and do like a selfie video, but I'm trying to up the production quality of the shorts. I'm gonna have to move Loki because I can see that he's shaking the camera. You gotta go, buddy. Um, so the challenge with that is that it's no longer just a selfie video. It's getting on this camera, it's getting into Premiere, it's actually chopping things up and putting a little, splash screen and stuff on it, and like a thumbnail, right, for sites that I'm uploading to. And it goes from taking, 5 minutes to get a video and a caption and do a one shot kind of thing to literally almost 2 hours by the time that I've put it out to all these different social media sites. And that starts to feel a little bit ridiculous. And I've kind of made the statement before, and I still stand by this, that if it feels like it's basically free in terms of time and resources to post to things like Tumblr and all these other spots, like then why not just do it? right? It's content on the internet. Why not just do it? It feels kind of silly to not. Um, but it feels absolutely ridiculous to go spend 2 hours every morning to create a video and then post it to all these different social media sites and not have any type of automation or anything else in place, especially at this point, right? Because it would be different if I could go post it there and I'm like, well, I know that if I'm converting people to sell a product or to have ad revenue, whatever, like, okay, maybe I can start to justify the time being spent, but absolutely not at at this cadence, especially not making any money from it. So I'm kind of considering this like a growing pain. I think that it's important to make sure that I am regularly publishing content. I want to have short form videos every single day. I want to layer on top of that other types of text based posts, especially on platforms like LinkedIn. And we at least one blog post a week, that kind of thing. I just think that I have to stay on top of it. And instead of going, wow, this sucks, I should stop, what I should be doing is saying, okay, well, how can I optimize the workflow to make this feel better? Um, so this is just, I guess, from what I've been trying to read and understand about content creation and stuff like that, is that it is going to be consistency. It is going to be long term. That's why I'm making videos like this, especially right now, so that I can kind of, share some of this progress. Uh, and I don't want the whole focus just to be like, how is the social media journey going? And that's why I'm sharing like other projects and stuff I'm working on. So anyway, all that to say that this week was a little bit eye opening with how much time's involved when either when you're not prepared or when you have to kind of do it all on your own, all from, recording a video and putting it together. Like this video that I'll be uploading is literally a one shot. That's why I was kind of pausing at the beginning with the dogs coming in. It's a one shot. I'm not going to edit it. So you can see kind of raw what's going on. Okay, that's content creation. I talked about Meal Coach because that's my biggest project that I'm working on outside of work. And then I think maybe just one other thing to mention that I think is pretty cool is that I've been starting to notice that with some of the content creation in particular, I am getting engagement in the form of comments and questions and stuff like that. I am hopeful that this kind of thing is ultimately like part of the flywheel that keeps the content creation process going. I would love to be in a position where I'm not just like trying to be like, oh, let me come up with something seemingly random to share with people that I think is neat. I would love to be driving a lot of my content creation based on what viewers and readers are going like, this is interesting, I need more information, or I need this explained to me. I would love to be in that position, honestly. Um, not that not that I can't think of anything interesting to share on my own, but the um, I guess I would say that the mental effort that I need to put into like what's a really interesting thing that I think people want to hear about. If people are just telling me, that just seems like way less mental effort. So anyway, I think that that's pretty cool. So like one example right now is that for some of the work that I've been kind of writing about for async await with respect to events in C sharp. There's basically this issue where you have async void. If you're a C sharp programmer, you might have encountered this. But anyway, I had some feedback on a blog, or yeah, a blog that I reposted to Code Project, and some really good engagement there where someone else was trying a different pattern, and they were like, "Hey, like, help me out understanding this." And the result of that, I think I'm gonna put together yet another blog post on that series and another video. So ultimately, that it's kind of showing that flywheel process of put some content out, get some feedback, and I can follow up. So I'm liking that. I think honestly that's probably it for today. I'm pretty excited for a long weekend. And I am gonna try to make sure that maybe I can crank out a couple blog posts this weekend. And yeah. Oh, I guess one other really cool thing to mention. So thanks for watching to the end of this. Um, for my live streams that I've been doing, I use .NET Fiddle And I really like using .NET Fiddle for being able to share interactable code, especially on like a live stream. Honestly, it's super handy because I can save the snippets that I'm doing, and then other people can follow along on their own, and they can interact in the environment on their own. And I had a couple of issues with .NET Fiddle, and I'm not picking on it because it truly is my favorite to use right now. And you gotta go, Loki. You gotta go. Um, I had the person that runs .NET Fiddle actually reached out to me, and I'm gonna get on a call with them next week, and I think he's gonna try to pick my brain on some of the use cases I had or some of the issues I was encountering. But I'm pretty excited about that. I thought that was really awesome that the person that runs it actually reached out to me because I had some issues I was asking about. So anyway, just wanted to share that, and hopefully at the end of next week I can share an update about what happened in that conversation. So thanks for watching, and I guess if this is in the future, I don't know what day you're watching this. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I hope whenever you're watching this, you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.